Hi to everyone and welcome. This is part 4 of my video how to create this throne room. So let me open the working project, and today we're going to continue with creation of the walls. So let's begin. So we're going to use this piece. So we're going to shift and D, and we're going to rotate 90 degrees. So here I need smaller wall. So we're going to cut this somewhere in the middle. Okay, so let's go to edit mode and let's turn on X-ray. So now we're going to select these vertices. Switch to vertex mode, and here this part I want to keep this big one. So let me delete these vertices. Now also this one. So I need to start from here like this, and we delete this sorry, change to be on vertices, delete these vertices. Let's select this one, let's delete this one. Now I want to select this and this one, and to move them back. So these two, change to vertex mode. We're going to remove this one, we remove also, and this one we remove also. Now I'm trying to select them all, and now you should be on median point, and we S and X and press 0. Yeah, we missed this one, so again S, X, 0, and now you can adjust the size you want. And let me select all. So I want to be approximately half of the size of this big wall, so this is fine. Now let's go back, and now control minus, so we can select only these faces here, and we're going to move them out just to have this this bevel here. We can move, I think. No, we're going to keep it this way. It's okay. Anyway, it's not going to be visible. So this part is okay. Now we select this wall again, we duplicate, and we rotate 90 degrees, and we move this up like this, and in edit mode we select, first we turn on X-ray so we can select all of them, control plus, and we delete these vertices. And now we have this top wall. Let's select all, sorry, and move this to Y to this point. So this is our ceiling. So let's go in object mode and start to arrange some of the stuff here. So these pillars, we need to adjust now the position. So we go here to the array and we add a little bit more. So this can be in the middle, and this we can move here. So this array we're going to apply. Now we have these two blocks, and now we're going to add new array. And I'm going to move this on y-axis. But first we need to reset all transforms. Here we need to add to be on 0. And now we adjust the position. No, let's hide this ceiling. Let's select this one so we can see. So we're adjusting this one, and now we move this array, and we continue with the pillars. We add more pillars like this. Let's add one more piece here. We continue with this one. Let's add one more pillar like this. So yeah, this is it for this part. So we have one more piece from the wall here. So here we're going to add array, and also we're going to add mirror, and Control A, and we're going to reset all transforms. And here we're going to add 0, and Y we're going to add 1. Let's make it -1. So we're going to select this wall, and we Shift and D and duplicate this, and we're going to move it here. Also this down part, Shift and D and duplicate, and we're going to move this here. Like this, and I'm doing this now because I want to create the floor tiling, and I need to create first the the shape of the room, so I can see how exactly I'm going to shape the floor. So yeah, I need to fix everything now, and later on we'll see. So this we move here, and we need Shift and D. I'm going to remove the mirror and the array and rotate X 90, rotate 90. No, so let's change to Z, rotate 90. And we move this here, but we need to go to edit mode. Let's select X-ray, and we're going to delete one of the parts. So this we're going to move up to be on the top of the this element. This we can move a little bit to be in the middle. We move this a little bit. Now let's select this one and reset all transforms. Yeah, we need to adjust this one. So okay, and here inside, yeah, now it's fine. So now we can reset all transforms. Now we can Shift and D, and let's move these pillars here. This should be a little bit in. So we move this here, and we need only 3 pillars. So we make the array for 3. And now we can Shift and A and reset all transform, so they can move to the position. This we can move a little bit in, and this wall like this. And again select the pillars, Shift and A, all transforms. Now we forget here to select also this part, but actually we don't need to do this now. Anyway, later on we're going to join them. Now we're just doing this for the ceiling, for the floor tiling. So now let me select this. I'm going to move this to the position. And we're going to select also this, Shift and D, and we move this to the other side like this. Now Shift and A to reset all transforms. And let me check now. Did we cover the gap here? Here. Yeah, now it's okay. We can move this little bit out and this one little bit out, so we can see part of the pillar here. And this wall we can move a little bit out. So now let's add here array like this, and again we generate mirror and we reset all transforms. And now let's fix the array. So here we're going to make it 0 and here we're going to make it -1. And now here also we don't need so many. Let's move this here like this. Let's make count to be 2. Here all transforms, and here I'm just going to duplicate no let's add one mirror also. Shift and A, all transforms, and now Shift and D, and we're just going to move this here. And yeah, we need this part to be also with mirror. Shift and A, all transforms, and now Shift and D, and we duplicate and we move this to the position. So let me think, do I need to do something else? No, actually this was also pointless because we're doing the 4 now. Later we're going to arrange this stuff. So this part is done. So let me Shift and D, move this wall. Later on, okay, like this. Later on we're going to make this wall with big massive wooden door. But now we continue with the 4. So this we're going to hide, this we're going to hide, and this we can hide. Actually no, these pillars I will keep them. So first I will start with this part. Let's hide this also. And let's add cursor here in the middle. And now Shift and A, we're going to mesh, and we're going to use again this extra wall factory. And now we're going to play with the size. First we need wider and height also. So we need something like this, but we need to adjust the size. So like this. First let's reduce this ending. Top also we move down. And here for the end also we move this here. We don't need openings. And now let's play. Let me hide. So I can see. And now we're going to delete this, and we hide also this one and this one. And now Shift and A, mesh extras, and we add to factory. Actually it's keeping all the settings. So something like this. Yeah, this is okay. So now we need to adjust this. So let's rotate. Now first Shift and A, all transforms, set origins to geometry. And now let's rotate this X 90. So let's hide this one, and let's move this down, and let's move this to the position so we can see. Do we need to adjust this little bit? So like this, and S and Y we can scale this. Like this. And let's go to edit mode. Let's turn on the individual origins, and let's scale this. Like this, and let me check if we bevel now. Yeah, this is okay. So now I want to make this bottom part to be flat. So let's turn on X-ray. We're going to select all these vertices, and we're going to Z0. First cursor to selection, origins to 3D cursor. We need to be on median point, and now SZ0. So we don't need this to be in different position on the bottom. We need to be flat. So let me see now. Yeah, here we have the differences on top. Let's move this a little bit down, like this. And now we continue with the other parts. So with Shift and D, and we move this here. And now we Shift and D, and we move this here, and we're going to make this part. So let's go in edit mode. And we're going to select this. Now first turn on the X-ray, and we select this one, and we move this part here. Move this closer. So I'm thinking maybe we're going to delete this one. We're going to use only this one, and we're just going to move this piece here when we are done with the texturing. So let's delete these vertices, and maybe we can move this little bit, or maybe we can scale this. So let's scale this little bit and this little bit, and let's move this in the middle. So yeah, we're going to use this part, and basically we're going to use this piece for here and for here. And now let's go back to object mode. Let's duplicate this like this, and Shift and D, and we move this here. So now we can create this middle part. But I'm thinking do I need to do it more complex, or so here I have one element, and here I have another element. So I'm thinking maybe I can do this together to be one piece, the whole middle part of the floor, or maybe to make it on pieces so you can use this for something else if you want some decoration or to be more flexible. So maybe we can do this to be on pieces, and also here, and this to be separate part, and also this one. So I'm thinking maybe for this middle part we can use this piece. Let me check. Can we manage with this size? So let's Shift and D. Let's move this and we rotate 90. So maybe we can make this piece to be smaller, and we have one separate piece. So let me try to do it like this. Let me delete these vertices and let's select this one, and let's scale this, and we can make let's move this a little bit. Okay, and we move this a little bit like this, and I think this look fine, and maybe this is going to be used for one big piece for the floor. And now we can make these pieces here. So I'm thinking that maybe this should be one piece, this middle part. So let me invert selection and hide everything. So let's reset all transforms, set origins to geometry, cursor to selection, and we're going to cursor toward origin and selection to cursor, so this should be in the middle. Now I'm going to add cube, and I'm going to scale this. So yeah, this, it's not in the middle. Anyway, we're going to fix it. S and Y. So Y is not in the middle. Anyway, now let's S and Z and scale this down, and let's go in, sorry, edit mode. Let's turn off this X-ray, select this face in this face, and we insert. But first we need to reset all transforms. And now we insert like this, and we're going to change to H mode, and we're going to bridge H loops. Now let's select O and S and Z and to scale this a little bit out. And now we have this outside part, and let me select this, and we're going to bevel a little bit, and let's select these faces, and we insert and extrude down like this, and we're going to add some ornaments here. Maybe we can select these edges and we can bevel them a little bit. Let's go back to object mode. We can S and X a little bit, and S and Y a little bit, so we can fill this gap here. And let's unhide everything. Let's hide this ceiling. Let's select this part which we created, and let's move it here on the position. Let's hide this wall, and we can move this down a little bit like this. And let me change here to be on the markup. Yeah, it's not looking that bad. So let's select this one, and here now let's add cursor to selection, and now we're going to add mesh, sorry, Shift and A, we add cylinder, and we're going to scale this to this position. Let's S and Z to scale this down a little bit more, like this. And let's select this face on top, and we're going to insert, extrude, and insert again. And extrude. So one way you can boolean this circle and to bind it with these parts together to be one piece, but I'm thinking that this will be separate part, so always you can add this on top like this and to leave it like this, because if you want to use this piece without the circle, you can't. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it like this, like that. This will be the separate part, so you can add on top. But here this one is too up, so maybe we can adjust a little bit the height of this face. So let's select this face and let's move it down like this. And also this one, just a little bit. So now let's unhide everything and let's hide this because it is in our front. And now we can add array, and here we're going to make it 0 and y, and here we can add some more. And now you can see that we're almost done with the walls and floors. Later on we're going to add these pieces here. This should be a little bit wider, but let me check. Okay, so here is okay, so we duplicate this piece and we can remove this one. I don't know, so let's shift and D. Let's move this here so we can see. Yeah, now it's okay. Let's move this a little bit out. So I think this is for this video. Next time we will continue with this small pedestal here with the throne. We have to do a lot of small props and so on. So thank you for watching, and if you like the video, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.